How to pick between refinishing, refacing, or a brand new kitchen. I've seen people wasting anywhere from $20,000 to $80,000 when they could have achieved the same results at a fraction of the cost. On the other end, I've seen people getting fixated with refinishing or refacing kitchens that deserve just to be demolished. The key is to ask yourself the right questions before you call any contractor, before you fall in love with any pictures. My name is Frank Siletti. I've been in this business for 23 years. Let me show you how to evaluate your specific situation. Actually, I will start asking a different type of question, nothing to do with cosmetic nor functionality. I would ask, why am I doing this? Why am I touching this kitchen? Is it to sell this house or to enjoy it for many years to come? Let's assume that I'm selling this house. The next question is, do I live in an expensive neighborhood or a modest one? Let's assume that we live in an expensive neighborhood and we want to make sure that we do not refinish, we do not paint the existing cabinet doors. I've seen this happening many times where buyers just don't react well when they're investing millions and they find out that the cabinet doors have been refinished. It's just not worth the risk. It will compromise the return of investment drastically. So the next option in this case would be refacing, which means brand new doors, which you can upgrade with accessories, with pull-out drawers and fancy crown moldings. However, you need to make sure that the boxes are not rotten and the layout, it's not a mess, because in that case, refacing it's not good enough and you should start from scratch with a custom kitchen. Now, if the house you're selling is in a modest neighborhood, refinishing could be a really good option, but you need to make sure that you own real wood doors. Or if you have MDF, make sure that there's no water damage. If this does not apply, then your next option would be refacing, and you don't have to go with fancy wood doors. You can opt for sleek, modern-looking laminate doors. They're budget-friendly, and they will skyrocket the return of investment. You have to check, again, if the layout is a mess or the boxes are falling apart, you're stuck with a budget-friendly brand new kitchen. So let's say that you're not selling this place and you wanted to enjoy it for many years to come. You will see these three options in a totally different way. Let's start with the refinishing. You're happy with the layout. The boxes are not falling apart. You're actually happy even with the shape of your doors. You want to make sure now that your doors are made of real wood or MDF and you have zero water damage. If you check all these boxes and you just want a brand new, fresh look, fresh color, refinishing is the way to go. It's actually a really good option if the budget is limited. However, pay attention to the price wars out there. There are a lot of companies that they fight with price and they provide a lousy service because they don't prep the cabinet doors properly. So make sure you use a reputable contractor to do so. When the refinishing does not work, refacing is your next option. Refacing is a great option because the overall look will feel new because you're changing what's visible from the outside. You're changing the doors and the drawer fronts. Now, the other good thing about refacing is that will allow you to bring the overall look to the next level if you want to. You can still stretch the upper cabinets to the ceiling with fancy crown molding, for instance. Or you could improve the functionality drastically, adding pull-out drawers everywhere. You can even save the countertop that you love so much with the refacing options. Of course, refacing will not work if you're not happy with the layout or if the boxes are falling apart. In that case, then your next and last option is a brand new kitchen. A brand new kitchen will allow to completely change the position of the sink, where the stove is. You could totally optimize the space that you have available on your walls. This basic information depending how you use it, could save you money, make you money, but certainly save you a lot of regrets. So save it so you can use it when you need it. Not only that, share it with people you love, because you don't know, they might be thinking about renovating their kitchen and you don't want people you love to make expensive, regretful mistakes.